What's a job that sounds miserable but is actually pretty fun? Most jobs with good people. I've flipped burgers, developed photographs, served on tills, stacked shelves, and I miss a number of these. Now I have a real job. My favorite jobs are the ones I made friends at. It's all about the people and the management. Your job could be scooping shit and digging ditches, but if the people you work with are awesome, you have a boss who supports you and wants to you do well at work and beyond, and you have good benefits, that's a great job. I had a student job at a school where pretty much all I did all day was mow lawns. It is still the best job I've ever had. Mowing lawns is the most instantly rewarding job a person can have. The lawn is like a progress bar where you can literally just look at it to see your progress. If the pay was better, I would be really happy just mowing lawns all day. Working as a roller coaster tester, you get paid to ride roller coasters all day. Being a professional food taster, sure, you might get sick of eating the same thing over and over again, but getting paid to eat delicious food all day? Sign me up. Garbage collector. Driving around in a big truck, working outdoors, being with your buddy and keeping the city clean can be satisfying, also quite thankful, and you get some exercise on the job. Those electrical garbage collectors also look cool AF. Dragging air freight containers all over the carrier's facility and making sure the right ones get on the right planes. I had a blast. I work for the government. And as bad as that sounds, it's not a bad gig. It's 8-5, and I work from home so I can watch TV. It's interesting enough to keep my attention, but I don't bring home work and I have the weekends and most holidays. Not to mention state holidays. I get time off as well in a retirement. It's honestly low stress. I work with kids aged 1-6. It's a lot of screaming, crying, shit and piss. There's too many kids in too little space with too few grown-ups. But fuck me if I don't leave with a smile on my face most days. They just do the stupidest shit with the most insane misplaced confidence, and it's absolutely hilarious. Could do without the shit and piss though. Wow, look at all the bots that responded to this post with the exact same answers from the mirrored post. Like, word for word, and completely backwards to the intent of the post. Doing bike deliveries on a city with bike lanes, parks and so on. Did it for some months on a rather calm city and loved it, even with the heat and rain sometimes. I like to be outside, doing different streets every day, greeting people and interacting with who you're delivering to. I could never do it on a city with mixed traffic. None. That's why they have to pay you to be there. I love mind-numbing work. I worked in costuming in Disney and lived for it. Just hanging up clothes by size, counting buttons and writing up any that are missing and doing some laundry for the characters. I loved brushing out Sully's fur. Not to mention absolutely nutty people seem to work behind the scenes, so it was always interesting. One of my first jobs as a kid was cleaning out the stalls at a horse barn, literally shoveling shit all day. I'd shovel the stuff into a wheelbarrow and haul it out to the manure pile. As far as poop goes, horse poop isn't too bad. It's dry and smells like fresh compost because it's mostly made of grass. The work was low stress, good exercise, and horses are fun to hang around with. I'm an instructional designer and love it. I make the corporate trainings everyone has to take. I get to be in education without babysitting kids or adults. I make the material and pass it off to someone else to teach it. I've worked in 3 very different fields, all doing instructional design, and I've never been bored. Been at it for 15 years and I'm still just as hyped as when I started. The innovation is fun, and I've always had great coworkers. Managers love us too, cause they sure as hell don't want to have to make the materials. They don't even know where to start.